we gonna talk about Coach's Lounge.
3, 2, 1.
E2 Performance.
Coach's Lounge.
That's right. It's where we talk about coaches' things. Being
We talk about us.
yes, our narcissistic episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. You look good.
Thanks.
Actually, that's
I
not.
know.
That's not narcissistic.
Oh.
Bro, don't play with the equipment when we're recording. Just you're like making buzzing. How are you?
I'm great.
Are you?
I'm great today.
Your biceps look
But my,
a little. Your biceps look a little smaller on camera, but that's cool. Yeah, push it.
That better?
There we go.
That
Now we
better?
both look good. Yeah.
There you go.
Juicy. Sorry, that's video listeners only. Audio
That's
listeners.
for YouTube. If you want to see what just happened, it was amazing. Go to our YouTube page.
I don't know if it was amazing. Probably not worth your time. Let's be honest.
But for someone who's already watching us and the YouTube platform, is that how you say it? In that
You're such a dad.
video
How was your week?
version.
It's been 2 weeks since we did Coach's Lounge. Did you even work out once? Loser.
Nope.
Loser.
Nope.
Yeah, you did.
I did a few times.
I did once. I hit a lift.
I did a few times.
Really?
Although my ankle, because we had family in town, I was drinking more than I'm used to.
Every night.
One to 4 drinks. That means about 3 to 4.
Different though.
really.
Family was in town.
Yep, family's in town. AJ's family's in town. So we were just, as soon as I get off work, get home and just gonna hang out a little bit, chat, drink a little bit.
Pretty chill, pretty chill.
It was easy. But for people, most of you guys would probably know I do have gout. So when I have an episode or an attack, it's hard for me to walk or exercise. Usually targets big toe or the ankle. This time it was the ankle that was bugging me. So I haven't done a lot of heavy lifting, but I've been doing stuff.
Is it better
It's
now?
funny. I can run.
Is it better now?
It's better today. Yesterday was actually...
Pretty bad.
Yeah, I was feeling it all the way like mid-shin. Like, it's like inflamed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
It's not fun.
not fun, but hey, I have the rest of my body to work on.
It's true.
And it wasn't as bad of an episode as I normally get it. But, so I can still go for the air bike. I actually went for a little bit of a run too, like a short run. Like 3 1-kilometer intervals.
You're in the power lab.
So it's not bad. Yeah, power lab.
How often do you coach there?
Right now, just Thursdays.
Just one class.
2
Two
9
classes.
a.m. 9 a.m. and noon. For anyone who's listening, it's free. You guys can, hang on.
Buy a membership.
Back up a little bit.
Buy a membership, then it's
It's free
free.
to try it if you haven't yet. Yeah, I kind of wanted to talk to, I chatted with Matt about bringing you in for like one workshop. Obviously, I have not chatted with you about that yet, but this is kind of like the offer. Okay.
Workshop on what?
Like just basic gymnastics, like handstands, how the shoulders work,
Yeah.
pull-ups, and mechanics of pull-up, stuff like that, right? Like a lot of the folks there are very, very hardworking, but like
Get into the nitty gritty of perfectionism.
not even that, but just like getting back to the foundation, because again, sometimes it's too hype, too intense, too fast, right? As a coach there, and then seeing everything unfold day by day when I'm there, it's just like I feel like everyone, including myself, can use a little bit of like, hang on, tone it down a little bit. Let's work on some mechanics first, right? Again, basic CrossFit principle would be mechanics, consistency, and then intensity.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a lot of consistency and intensity, but consistently sometimes not.
Mechanics are
Yeah,
missed.
yeah. Right. So just to tone it down, but that's a conversation for another day. I hope you're open to it, and I hope that it's good for you to be able to. I hope we get an approval if you're okay with it, and then let's say management is okay with it. I would love to bring you in 2-hour workshop or something. Right?
Yeah, we'd have to plan it out.
Absolutely.
Create some curriculum almost.
Yeah.
It'd be fun though.
And I'm sure that's something that you would enjoy. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Something you would enjoy. So
Yeah, we'll talk.
thought about you. Greatness, bro. You know, we recognize greatness. So when someone's good at what they do, you gotta give props and recognize.
I'm okay.
As we all know, Eric's a perfectionist. Like, he's perfect. Cut that out. Make sure
My week, I had some bad stomach days still, but I've had some good stomach days.
Boom.
My allergies have been going crazy. I don't know.
Because of what?
I don't know. Just the past 4 days, like crazy allergies. So I take Benadryl.
Now that the smoke's gone and
Yeah, I don't know.
you're out more and
I didn't take, Reactin and Benadryl, like different drugs. So I take Reactin, it doesn't do anything. I take a Benadryl and it actually works, but it makes you drowsy.
I knew you weren't natural.
Oh, Benadryl makes
Taking
you
all
so
that.
drowsy.
All that drugs in your system.
It basically just makes you sleep.
Oh.
But I tested some lifts recently. I'm kind of craving on going like a 5-3-1 protocol, just like a standard strength protocol.
I've done that twice. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's basic and fun, but then I can also program, because that would be the primary movement, so I can program the isolation accessories around it. So I tested my deadlift. I could probably pull more, but I hit about 350 comfortable and clean. I'm like, that's not bad.
Oh,
considering
I'm like 315 clean. I'm like
no, 350.
deadlift.
A clean deadlift.
Okay,
A nice
there you go.
deadlift.
A nice deadlift.
Yeah, yeah.
A sound.
Yes, a sound
go.
350 deadlift.
I'm like, whoa.
You're like 315
What do you
clean.
want? Delete this now. We'll talk about it now.
Yeah. So I gotta test my squat basically next.
Yeah.
One of these days soon, and then I'll probably rip up a 5-3-1 protocol with a lot of probably more gymnastics accessory work, but I'll do the compound movements through the protocol.
Have you actually read the book, seen the book? I have the book and I have all the worksheets. If you wanted it, I can forward it to you.
Yeah, I'll look at it.
Yep.
I don't know if
It's
I
pretty
have
basic.
it. Yeah, I have the basic,
Which is
the
good.
protocol.
Yeah.
I have the the percentage protocols and just rip them in, but that's kind of what I think I want to do in the future here. You saw my handstand canes. I want to play with those way more and
Yes.
I want to be fluid on those, very fluid. And it's something that's like almost like reignited a passion, like a fire. Like I'm excited to use them now.
Beauty.
So for doing handstands on the floor, I was like losing excitement. Whereas these, I'm like, oh, it's different, and
Yeah.
I kind of want
A little bit more shaky. There's like just another level that you can reach, right?
to, yeah.
That gets you excited. Very goal oriented, I would say.
My goals are always like a skill set goal, typically. I don't think I've really had a lot of performance-based goals aside from skill goals.
Perfect. Let me program for you.
But I like my skill goals.
Well, yeah.
What are your
But
goals?
we can do
What are your goals?
just to be the best husband and
Oh
dad
my
that I can
god,
be.
you big softy. You're like looking down.
Just to be the best that I can be.
Best.
Kind of sounds like a joke, but it's not. And to get jacked. Super, super jacked.
You're already jacked enough,
Not
bro.
really.
Stop.
Hmm?
You jacked enough.
You see?
You done. Let me see.
I was flexing the whole time.
Do you have one specific performance-based goal you're after? Or not really?
No, not really.
No?
No. I just want to be, again, this ankle's been bugging me for a little bit now. It's about a week, though, a week and a half, I guess. I just like it when I can push and my nervous system's kind of like up to par with what I think I can do or what I want to do. Like, I just don't want crashing and burning in a workout where on paper I look at it, it's like,
Oh, then
man, this is so easy. Earlier was almost like an overreach while we were in your garage,
yeah.
right? I'm like, normally I can do those sets, no problem.
See, yeah, my body doesn't like that stuff right now. Like with my stomach, it doesn't feel good to pull that, which is why I chase more skill-based goals right now.
Which is good.
I'm still torn. I think the stomach's still a lot of stress, and it has been an exceptionally stressful 6 months.
What are you stressed about? Let's talk about this right now. All of it.
All of it.
All of it. I'm kidding. Don't.
You don't want to get into it.
The ones that you're comfortable talking about, for sure.
I think the ones it's the same thing that like most people are stressed about. Finances. It's weird though, because like I'm making good money, but it's new because the work is new because I'm
Yep.
private.
Kind of new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of new. It's a different scene.
There's
It's
some extra steps.
more
then
paperwork.
There are some steps that you don't take anymore.
Yeah. Being your own business owner, it's much different than just...
Congratulations about that. I'm not sure if I ever said that to you.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Starting your own.
EB Kinetics.
Boom. There you go.
It's not something I'm really trying to brand out very much, though. I'm the brand and the company just bills.
There you go.
But yeah, being your own business owner, it's a different ballgame, man. A lot of different things behind the scenes that you got to worry about.
Yep.
But
well, again, it's all at this point. It's all on you, right?
mm-hmm.
Like literally everything, from equipment to insurance, everything is yours.
Yeah.
Right. Working at like a commercial gym, like we did, like I do still, and you've done for however
years.
long now, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty cushy. Like it
was very cushy.
It is.
Looking back on it, it's very cushy.
Everything.
There's something though to say with their, like, there's still pride. Mm-hmm. Like there's a pride that comes with having your own business that you're like, oh, like this is my own baby.
Mm-hmm.
But
again, bigger responsibilities, bigger stresses.
And that's why I'm having the stress.
Higher risk, higher reward type of thing.
Exactly. There's more stress to it to that, but it's getting better, managing it slowly. Mm-hmm. I think I just need to focus on doing more breath work, like lots of breath work at night and slowing my mind down. Mm-hmm. I looked at this. I told you about that book I was reading on Taoism. Remember me speaking about that or no?
Probably.
Yeah, there's a book on Taoism that I'm reading. And Taoism, as much as it's like a religion, it's more of just like a lot of philosophies, kind of almost like the 10 Commandments. Like these are the things you should do to live a comfortable, peaceful life. Sure. Some of those things are like not going against the grain. So not breaking the rules, being like, if you're breaking the rules, if you break the rules here and you break the rules here and a little bit there and a little bit there, all of that starts to add up into something big that's in the back of your mind subconsciously stressing you out.
Just bend it. Don't break it.
Yeah. But now I'm losing my train of thought. There's so much to that book. It was so intense, but...
Pull you back a little bit. 10 Commandments of them, like of that book. Like what else?
So one of them was going against the grain.
Mm-hmm. Thou shalt not kill.
Yeah, they were not the 10 Commandments.
I get you.
But anyways, stress in life and life in stress.
See, all of us have it, right? But number one thing is to keep fighting. You don't just sit and do nothing.
Now it finally hit me. It was about having a clear mind. It's like if you actually have a clear mind that you're less stressed. And if you have that clear mind that you live a longer life because you have less stress. So if your mind is constantly running, like I think society now is built of overthinkers. People are like, oh, my brain just constantly moving and I can't stop it. And it's like, well, have you tried meditating? They're like, yeah, it stresses me out more though because I'm focusing on the thoughts.
I don't know what not to think about when I'm meditating.
Exactly. So Taoism talks about having like, if you actually have a clear mind that's at peace and you're not thinking, like if we went and sat out on the patio and cracked a beer and just sat there in silence together, like one of us might be thinking about nothing, just chilling like, what a nice night. Perfect temperature. This is you, by the way.
Yeah, probably.
Feels so good.
But I feel like I'm not going to be quiet. I'm going to be talking the whole time.
You could be talking, but
I know what you're saying though. Not like overthinking like everything else that's happening. It's like literally just living right there, right at that moment.
Speaking for all the overthinkers, like my brain will go back like 2 days ago to an interaction that I maybe felt was uncomfortable, and it'll overthink that. Well, what if this person thinks that? What if I should have done this? Why didn't they say that? I should have done this, but they made this body language. And I'm like, it's like that interaction was 2 days ago. Like, move on.
They're not thinking about you. Just
that's the thing.
Boom.
Yeah, there was that. That was saying like, I think you said that saying. It's like if you knew how much people actually thought about you, or how little they thought about you, you wouldn't think about it that much.
Yeah, I guess maybe it was me.
Maybe.
I'm very
philosophical. I'm like a monk. You have the haircut of a monk.
You have a haircut of a monk.
Yeah.
Nice
and clean.
Just keep it that way forever.
Anything else new? I'm gonna bully you into doing some reels.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that. That's what is a reel?
Oh my god. So yeah, if you're listening, Eljay and I are going to start summarizing some of our podcast episodes on Instagram. An Instagram reel is essentially a TikTok video. It's like 30 to 60 seconds.
It's like a story, but not a story.
So we're going to take these episodes that we talk about on the podcast and break it down into a 60-second highlight summary video. And
because we want to be super famous and we want to make a lot of money doing this. No? Oh, that was never the goal. Never mind. Scratch that.
100 episodes deep. How much money you made?
I mean, how much do we owe, or how much do I owe you?
Yeah. What we also need to talk about, we're technically beyond our 100 episodes, so we're going to have a belated 100
Actually
episode.
Not.
It's because I haven't been posting them. We're backlogged.
I know.
So we are over 100.
No, we're not.
If you're listening to this, we're over 100. Don't listen to Eljay.
We're not.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
People know who to listen to, bro. We don't even
Happy
need to tell
belated
them.
100th episode birthday.
Oh no, not on. You don't see that on Spotify actually. Like how many episodes? You see that on the other one, Castbox, Apple. I was gonna say something earlier, but I want to go back to that. You said peace of mind. What do you think will bring peace of mind to someone?
What do you mean to someone?
Well,
I think everybody has a different.
Okay, for you, what do you think is gonna bring you peace of mind then?
I actually think, for the overthinkers out there, I can't pinpoint it because I'm not educated enough on the matter to actually be like, this is fact. So you have to take this with a grain of salt.
Sure.
Like your neural pathways in your brain, they get wired. Like the more you use a certain pathway, the more the body automatically tries to lean into that pathway. Whereas, and that like goes in with your habits, that goes in with negative thoughts, that goes with positive thoughts. So if you're habitually a negative thinker, you need to strategize ways to think positively and be accountable to thinking positive. It needs to be front of mind to think positive, and you need to be corrected to think positive constantly. Because if you've been a negative thinker for the last 20 years, that's 20 years of habits and like linking that neural pathway to automatically jump to that negativity thought. So to consciously have like positive thoughts, I think a lot of people need that rewire, that habitual, almost fake it till you make it, even if you don't believe it. But I think it needs to be like, you wake up in the morning, you think about 5 positive things, you write them down, you think about them, you write them down, you have affirmations in the bathroom, like when you brush your teeth. I think you need to surround and engulf yourself in it to take away from that like pathway that you already created and start rewiring your brain into more positive thoughts.
You can turn that into a reel, by the way. No?
You totally could, yeah, but it's hard. It's easier said than done.
Yep.
But it's the same thing with, there's a book called The 4 Agreements that I keep talking about, and the one that I keep talking about was do your best. That's like your best
Whatever
today. Your best today was not that your best that you deadlifted 3 years ago. Your best today is what is your best today, not comparing to yesterday and not comparing to other people. It's what is your personal best. The number one rule in that 4 Agreements book is use your speech impeccably, and that means do not waste your speech on negative BS. So I actually had this conversation with a client today, and I don't think she liked it very much. It's okay, because she's not going to listen to this. She didn't like it very much, but she's like, oh man, I'm struggling. I'm locked in. Like I'm not dropping LBs. And I'm like, okay, well, these are your solutions. We temporarily track your food for the next 2 to 3 weeks so we can actually monitor what's going in and out. If you don't want to change your food, then we need to do more work. So we need to incorporate a cardio protocol 3 times a week at like 65% of your max heart rate for 40 to 60 minutes. And then like do that for 2 to 4 weeks and see what changes. And she's like, oh, I hate that.
Whether limit the take in or
increase the output.
Yeah.
Her attitude towards, I was like, oh, I hate that. Oh my God, this sucks. And I'm like, well, this is an attitude problem now, because if your attitude to it was like, oh, okay, and you approach it with a more positive, optimistic mindset. If you hate the gym and your first go-to is like, I have to go to work out today, I hate this, oh, it sucks, I hate exercise, I hate the gym, you're never going to be successful with that attitude. Any person who is in phenomenal shape, the person that has the body that you want, they don't have that shitty attitude of, I hate the gym. It's a good thing to them. And that optimistic mindset actually is what helps transform them. When you actually say like you love the gym, you love your workout, makes you feel good, it's a stress release, that's going to make you more successful. But if you're constantly having this piss poor attitude of, oh, I hate the workouts, I hate eating clean, I just want McDonald's, like you're fueling behind the scenes, like you're networking this crap in your brain to continue to fail.
Yep.
And if you don't like it, get at me.
Come at me.
Come at me. Fight me. Don't really fight me. You have to fight Eljay. You have to get through him.
I'm a lover, not a fighter. To add to that, more recent news. I feel like no better time than now that we have to all be a little bit more grateful, or at least think about the things that you have, like as a blessing. Afghanistan, bro.
Yeah.
They don't like. They're just wanting some of what we have right now.
Just
it doesn't matter how low you feel right now. It doesn't matter. They just want what you have, and they'd be so happy. These are people without freedom right now, you know, and being taken advantage of in ways you can't even imagine. You probably have only seen in movies. You know, it's a reality for some people. So to me, I'm just like, I'm praying and hoping that you guys, you know, just open your eyes to what's happening in the world.
It's so hard, though.
It's not just us, although your feelings and your emotions are all valid, but sometimes you just got to be grateful for what you already have.
It's super hard when somebody's like down, depressed, beat up, and just down, to be like, oh, well, you should appreciate what you got because look at these other situations.
And I understand that.
I get that, but
absolutely.
Like, if you live in North America, US or Canada, if you live in North America or were born here, you essentially won the jackpot.
The opportunity.
You won, you won the jackpot here.
It's unreal.
Even if you are struggling financially, or struggling to find a job,
sure.
If you have a roof over your head and like you got a bed to sleep in.
Not even that. If I can make this a little bit of comparison, where you can technically work a low-paying job here or a minimum wage and be able to live and have your basics taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're alone and you work at a fast food chain, right? You can literally have your basics taken care of as long as you're not stupid with money. That's not an option in a lot of other places. If you're not working 2 jobs, you're going to miss a meal. I'm telling you that right now.
Stupid with money too. It's like a very broad thing, but like if you listen to this and you're financially stressed, even myself, I just said I was financially stressed earlier. I will admit that I've done stupid things with money.
Of course.
So if you're financially tapped, we all have. Yeah. If you're financially tapped and you're stressed about money, if you've bought new clothes in the last 3 months, you kind of set yourself up for that. Yeah. I just bought new Lululemon shorts. Did I need new shorts?
It was nice.
They were pretty. Did I need them? No.
Yeah, I get you.
But not just me who makes those decisions. A lot of people do. And then, we live with these decisions we make.
Yep. Anyways, didn't mean for that to be a rant or a little too deep with what's happening to the world. But, man, I try my best to just appreciate having not even having it, but just having the opportunity or the shot, because a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't. And I can state like a lot of stories of people I know from here and in the Philippines, mostly in the Philippines, that don't have the same opportunities as I have right now. Like I can literally, with the job that I have, if I want to make more, I just do more. Yeah,
you work harder.
I work harder and I get more.
Yeah.
For them, it doesn't matter how much they work harder. Opportunity is not there. The market is not there.
Yeah.
Right? And their skill set right now is not there. Right? Like for me, we it's a little easier here. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just saying it's a tad easier here.
You've experienced the contrast though of both.
I've been in both places.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway,
that kind of got like sad at the end.
I know. Well, happy thoughts, kids. I think we can wrap this up. That was not just about us. Okay, let's go back to talking about you and me, how good we look and feel, and
oh man. Well, you can hit us up on our Instagrams.
If you made it this far, thank you so much for listening.
Yeah, and if you disagree with us and want to talk trash to us, just message us directly on Instagram, specifically Eljay. If you have bad things to say to me, send it to him. He'll relay it to me.
Sounds like I'm a secretary.
You are. That's all. Goodbye.
Goodbye.